Unaware of the giant's slip-up, Daxmaxx leapt down from his mountain. Then leapt upwards, his eyes fixed on the heavens.
Just then,
Get ready!
and with that, a figure charged at Daxmaxx from the front.
Daxmaxx was stopped in his tracks. The figure in front of him was someone he knew.
I am Najar!
And there he was, Prince Najar, the third child of General Li. Although much more controlled in his older years, Najar was once the ultimate wild child. So fearful was he of Najar's power, General Li tried to get rid of his own son. Najar was furious, so he took the matter into his own hands. And so he abandoned his family. Once in Western Paradise, Prince Najar called upon Buddha to grant him a new life. His wish granted, Najar put wheels of fire on his feet and leapt through the sky. With many conquests to his name, including the slaying of 96 cave demons, eventually he came to hold an important position in the heavens alongside his brothers.
Daxmaxx was not impressed by Najar's surprise appearance. This kid again.
Najar was beside himself.
Don't call me a kid! You're nothing but an outlaw! You'll pay for my humiliation at Mount Huaguo!
Najar twirled his fiery staff and planted his feet. This was the third time that the two of them had faced each other. In order to defeat Daxmaxx, who had wronged the heavens, Najar had infiltrated Mount Huaguo many times, but each time was defeated by the monkey.
Daxmaxx wasn't in the mood. What the hell are you saying? He scratched his head. He was genuinely puzzled.
What? Are you telling me you've forgotten?
Was that just a game that you and I played?
Don't play dumb!
Who's playing dumb?
I have fought and defeated many dragons!
Oh yeah? I bet you handsomely rewarded for doing that. Daxmaxx spread his arms to show off his gold armor and staff to Najar. This is all I've got.
Daxmaxx's arrogance drove Najar into a fury. He pointed the tip of his spear at his nemesis.
Monkey brains! I'll defeat you now and have my revenge!
Is it good or bad things that happen in threes? Daxmaxx shook his head and readied his staff.
You shall fight me, Najar! That kid. Too slow! Here I come! I can read you! Eat this! Bring it on! What? Shooting can't help you now! You'll need to do more than that! Wheels of time will roll where you roll! Too slow! Yes! As if the stupid simian could ever beat me! What are you waiting for? Quit fidgety! No escape! Take this! Open! warming up!
Don't sit around.
Idiot!
Hang on.
Hey! Hey! You'll regret that! Let's go! 电好茶游戏！Me? Lose to you? Too slow! I can see right through you! Eat this! Crumble! Eat that! Make it burn! No more holding back! Too slow! Throw down! Bingo! Too slow!
The blow that Dashong inflicted sent Najar flying. Down and down he went.
See ya. As Najar fell, he could see Dashong return to his journey. As Dashong approached the heavens, he came across countless floating islands, and also many soldiers.
They drew their bows, aimed their arrows, then released them all at once and watched them rain down on Dashong.
Dashong reacted nimbly. He raced towards the falling arrows. He extended his staff, and with one almighty swing,
blew away not only all of the soldiers, but also their massive volley of arrows.
once again, Dashong continued upward. Suddenly, the ground shook below him, and a giant wall sprang up before Dashong.
You shall go no further!
The wall was actually Juling Shen, who'd come out of nowhere. With his huge body, the Leviathan prevented Dashong from going on. Juling Shen was the very best of General Li's deputies. He was also the god of the Yellow River, the cradle of a great civilization. The mighty axes that he wielded were his pride and joy. With a single blow from one of them, Juling Shen could split a mountain right down the middle. It is said that he used these weapons to cleave the mountains so that a river could run a straighter course.
Dashong relaxed his stance and uttered one simple word. Move.
Juling Shen stood firm, his arms crossed.
I shall neither retreat, nor shall I allow you to pass. The gardens of the heavens lie beyond. A criminal like you would sully them with your very presence.
In response to the giant's booming voice, Dashong thrust his little fingers into his ears. Then he turned away and simply wiggled his fingers.
You made me drop one of my axes, and that's no good.
Okay.
However, it only takes a single axe.
Great.
I shall crush you with my almighty
power!
Excellent.
It is I that shall strike you down!
For sure. Dashong took his fingers out of his ears and sighed deeply. Right, are you done?
Juling Shen, furious, came back at Dashong with a bellowing roar.
Dashong stretched before staring up at Juling Shen. I guess we should fight then.
I shall end you here!
Can't catch me!
Stay still!
Let's go! Gotcha! Hey!
You cannot flee me! I shall squeeze the life out of you!
Damn!
Go!
Too slow!
Do you like my...
Gotta try a bit harder than that.
I'll clean you in half! Is that really all you can do?
Too slow, let's go!
Do you like my... Stay still!
Hang on.
What?
Gotcha!
Not bad!
Bingo! Then how shall you see?
I shall end you, even if it ends me.
Too slow! Let's go!
Do you like Dax?
Over here! Where the hell do you think you were looking?
I'll cleave you in
Let's
half!
Not on yet!
One heaving blow sent Juling Shen tumbling.
You shall go no further!
Despite his defeat, the giant still roared.
Dashong took a last look down at him. See ya! And with that, he continued, onwards and upwards. As Dashong ascended higher and higher, The sky took on a more golden hue. The border with the heavens was getting closer. Realizing he was nearing his destination, he gripped his staff a little harder. Suddenly, a figure appeared before him. Well, if it's not the guest of honor. Dashong broke into a broad smile.
It was Long Shen. He was the nephew of the Jade Emperor, the ruler of the Eastern Paradise, no less. The renowned warrior was half human and half god. He excelled at both martial arts and magic, was uniquely skilled with his beloved sword, and a wizard at performing the 72 transformations. He defeated the great beasts, including a dragon. Guan Yin himself recognized his powers and recommended that he be used in the fight to repel the imposter Dashong. Ultimately, it was Long Shen himself who captured the mighty Dashong.
He came to a halt and stared at Long Shen with his glowing red eyes. Finally, a little fun.
Long Shen defiantly stared back at his adversary. Did your brain get fried in those fires? Do you not remember who it was that captured you?
Yeah, a lucky idiot. Then Dashong gave a shrug. If it wasn't for all your mates helping you back then, I would have beaten you for sure.
Long Shen remained utterly unperturbed. Irrelevant. I serve justice.
Dashong faced Long Shen and raised his staff. So, basically, you want to fight me, right?
Long Shen drew his bow, aiming the tip of an arrow right between Dashong's eyes. I shall never surrender to lowlifes like you. The two stood firm, staring each other out. In the blink of an eye, the silence shuddered and the storm began to rage.
Know the name, Long Shen.
Okay, now it's my turn. Let's go! Now! Say!
I shall get you! You are naive!
Not done yet! Too slow! Just my luck. See! Crumble! Too slow! What? God, too slow!
They fought hard and on equal terms. Then Dashong drew back. He had a new idea. He formed a seal and yelled,
Transform!
With that, he turned into a sparrow and flew off into the skies.
Long Shen was bewildered. Where could Dashong have gone?
This was Dashong's big chance to outwit his opponent, and so he accelerated.
But Long Shen was not to be fooled so easily. He turned into a hawk, flew after Dashong, and grabbed him by his talons. Ha! You were too naive, Dashong.
Dashong was trapped. He couldn't move, but he didn't bat an eyelid. I'd think twice about calling me naive.
Transform!
And with that, Dashong transformed into a whale.
Arlong Shen was certainly strong, but not that strong. He lost his grip on Dashong and was flung across the sky.
Dashong returned to his original form, as if a lightweight like you could outdo me. He charged straight at Arlong Shen. But then, with an earth-shattering roar, a great crowd massed towards Dashong.
Go, Hound of Heaven!
Arlong Shen fired an arrow with great force. The arrow transformed into a divine beast and attacked Dashong.
Dashong didn't have time to get out of the way, and so had no choice but to take this massive hit.
While Dashong winced, Arlong Shen repositioned himself, then thrust his sword at his wounded opponent.
Now we are even. It is time to settle this!
Dashong repositioned himself too, then cracked his neck. I remember this puppy now. He readied his staff.
Let's do this.
On guard!
Shall we begin again?
This is where you lose! Three Eyes!
Damn! All bark, no bite. Naive.
Not bad, Three Eyes.
Have it your way. I shall take you seriously.
Bound to get a few bruises. Watch this. 电好茶游戏。
An even match, as I expected.
Too slow.
No place.
you see?
Enough.
It was finally over.
Arlong Shen fell to his feet, his expression etched with defeat and shock. It was a moment too late. How is it that such power can corrupt a man so completely?
Dashong was already too far away to hear his words. Ha ha! I reckon that's gonna hurt in the morning. He wiped the sweat from his brow. See ya! Dashong returned his gaze to the heavens and began to ascend once more. At a certain point in his ascent, the 18 magical treasures entered his vision. The source of the Heaven's Net, designed to stop Dashong in his tracks. Soldiers formed a cast-iron defense around the treasures.
Regardless of their numbers, their faces betrayed a sense of fear and dread. The monstrous monkey was getting closer and closer. A monkey who had even got the better of Arlong Shen.
Dashong grinned wickedly. He knew nothing of fear.
Ding Hai Chuan you see!
His muscular body burst into flames and he charged wildly.
The flames engulfed the soldiers and treasures, and they were blown into the skies. The nets of heaven were smashed apart.
Dashong arrived at the southern gate to Eastern Paradise. But the place was all quiet and deserted. Dashong was slightly wary, but that wasn't about to stop him. Finally, he reached his destination, Eastern Paradise's castle, the Palace of Spirits. Placing both hands on the front door, he slowly but surely pushed it open.